Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today I'm going to be sharing with you what kinds of food to eat or what kinds of foods to substitute with while you're on a keto diet. Now, as I said in my previous video, if you haven't watched that, please go back and watch that, where I shared some tips and tricks on how to sustain a keto diet for a very long time. So today, as I did mention in that video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can substitute foods. What kinds of foods can you substitute to enable you sustain this diet for a very long time. Now, as I said, this is specifically dedicated to those who are Nigerian, because a lot of the foods I might be mentioning here is quite unique to those who are from Nigeria. So, but I mean, that won't stop anyone from trying them out if you want to. So please feel free to carry on watching if you're not Nigerian. And if you're Nigerian, shout out to the Nigerians in the house. Now, but before I go into that, I just want to say a quick thank you to those of you who have liked, subscribed, and shared my videos. Guys, you don't know how much that means to me. That means a lot to me. So thank you so much once again. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment, and share my videos. Guys, there is love in sharing, so please sharing. Okay, so today, I'm going to be sharing with you, as I said, foods that you can substitute if you are Nigerian. So come along with me while I talk you through those foods. See you shortly. Okay, so I've got some things lined up here, and I'm just going to talk you through these things one after the other. Now, as I said, these are foods that you can use in place of your usual Nigerian foods if you're on a keto diet. So here we've got butternut squash. Now, butternut squash you can buy in any of the major UK stores and corner shops, but I find that they're usually cheaper when you buy them from major stores like Tesco, Sainsbury, and Co-op. These I bought from Lidl, and these are 99p from Lidl. So butternut squash, you can use it for your yam. Okay, so this goes in place. You can substitute this for yam. Now with this, you can make boiled yam, you can make fried yam, you can make yam porridge. So you can boil this and then use it to eat your egg sauce or your stew as boiled yam, or you can fry it and have your fried egg with it and your avocado or any other thing you want to use to garnish your food with it. Now, bear in mind, this is a vegetable. So you're not going to cook it as much and as long as you will cook the usual yam, okay? It's a vegetable, so it just needs a little bit of water in order for it to cook. And then in terms of texture and taste, it's not as hard as what you get in the yam, but it's not soft either. It's in between, okay? And in terms of sweetness, it's a little bit sweet. Not as sweet as sweet potato, but it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. So this is what I use to substitute in place of yam. Now, as I said, it's a vegetable. When you fry it or boil it, it's not as hard. So don't expect it to be crispy, okay? It's not going to be crispy like yam, but at least it will give you the feel of having yam. You can have it with all your sauce and everything when you're having yam. So that's butternut squash for us here. And also you can use butternut squash, as I said, for yam porridge. I've used this for yam porridge so many times. I'll be showing some pictures as I go along the video, so you can see the foods that I've made, samples of foods that I've made with this, with all of this actually. So you can use this to make porridge yam, which I have done. And also you can use this to make custard. So you're not missing out on your pap, you're not missing out on your custard. This can act as custard as well. As I said, I'm going to be making some videos, or rather I will cook these things one after the other, so you can see how I cook them or how I make anything that I'm going to be mentioning here. So that is it for butternut squash, for your fried yam, for your boiled yam, and for your custard. Okay, and when you make custard, when I make custard, I usually make akara to go with it. Now what I do is I do fish akara. Now if I don't have proper fish or any fish, I use sardines or mackerel, okay? And then I just blend it up with the usual things as if you want to make akara. And then I fry that in a deep pan, and I have my akara and my custard. So as I said, you're not missing out on your major foods, okay? Now, here is cauliflower, okay? Same, this one I got from Lidl. I actually do my shopping from Lidl because it's cheaper in Lidl. So this I got from Lidl, okay? And this is what it looks like inside. There it is. So this is cauliflower. Now, in my previous video, I did mention that cauliflower is not everybody's cup of tea. For some people, they don't like the taste. For me, cauliflower is bland. I don't taste anything when I eat it, but some people don't like it. But as I said in my previous video again, you're going to get used to it. As with life, as with everything, you will get used to it after a while. For me, it acts as rice. So for cauliflower, I can use it in place of my white rice. I can use it in place of my jollof rice, and generally stir fry if I want to have any kind of rice stir fries. What I do is I get a grater, I grate it, and then I put it in the microwave for about 2-3 minutes, and that's it for my white rice. And I can use it with my sauce or with my stew. Or if I want to make jollof rice with it, same, I grate it, put it, now make my sauce first, because as I said, it's a vegetable. You're going to cook it as long as you're going to cook rice. Make my sauce and then put it in the pot and just stir it and let it cook for a minute or two, and that's your jollof rice done. Guys, this is your rice, this is your jollof, which is your white rice, and this is your jollof rice. So there it is for cauliflower. Now, some people as well have used this for moi moi, and also for in place of gari, but I don't use this. I basically use this for anytime I want to have rice or the feel of rice. This is what I use this for. So this is your cauliflower. Okay, now moving on to the next one. This is half of my cabbage. Okay, I've used half of it, so this is just half of it that's left. Cabbage as well I use for stir fries. So if I want to have stir fry, then I use cabbage, and then I add other things to it. Now, cabbage as well you can use for moi moi. This is what I use when I want to make moi moi. I use cabbage. And also, if I don't buy my seriously low carb bread and I want to make bread at home, I use cabbage as well to make bread. It's a long process, but it's easy once you know how to do it. So this one I use for stir fry, I use for moi moi, and I use when I want to make stir fry, moi moi, and bread if I want to make bread. So this one I use as well, or I use my other flours. Now I've got cucumber here. Cucumber you can use for your drinking gari. So if you want to soak gari and your peanuts, cucumber acts as that. So all you need to do is just to peel off the skin, the green skin, if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. Peel off the green skin, cut into little chunks, put it in your blender with no water, because of course it's full of water. Put it in your blender, blend it, and you can add your peanut and your powdered milk, and you have your drinking gari there. So you're not missing out on your drinking gari either. Okay, now the other one I have is my coconut flour. Now, this coconut flour I bought from Lidl. I usually buy this from Lidl because it is cheaper in Lidl. Sainsbury's stock coconut flour. I haven't seen it in Tesco, but I know Sainsbury's do stock coconut flour, and it's expensive in Tesco. In Tesco, you buy this for about £3.25, and in Lidl, this costs £1.75. No difference, still the same 300 gram for Sainsbury and for Lidl. But in Lidl it's £1.75 and in Sainsbury it's £3.25. So guys, I just go to Lidl to do my coconut flour shopping if I need to do one. So this is coconut flour. This you can use in place of your gari. So if you combine these two, so I've got my coconut flour here and I've got my psyllium husk here. Okay, now this is what psyllium husk looks like inside. There it is. And then I have my little scoop in there to help me measure when I want to use it. Okay, now this one I bought from Amazon. It's nearly 7 months now, or even more. I bought this. So it does last for a very long time because I don't use it a lot. I just use it to make gari, or when I want to make tortilla or what do you call it, chapati. I use this. So I don't tend to use it a lot, but it lasts for a very long time. I've had this for 7 months or maybe more now, and it's still relatively full. So this is my psyllium husk and this is my coconut flour. Now I combine these two to make my gari. So if I want to make my swallow, yeah, so this is what I use to make swallow. To have my soup, any soup, my edikaikong soup, my afam, my gusi, my bitter leaf soup, my water leaf soup, my oziza leaf soup, otazi leaf soup, water leaf soup, anything. This is what I use for my fufu. Now the texture of this is more like for those who have what is it called now? Fufu or semolina, or what is the other one? there's another one. So that's what it looks like. So it's very soft and very smooth. So this is what I use when I combine the two. I use it for my gari or for my swallow. And as I said, you can use it to eat any soup of your choice. So you're not missing out on your usual Nigerian food. You're not missing out on your swallow. Everything you can have on a Nigerian normal diet, you can have on a keto diet. But as I said, you're just substituting them for that. Now for keto gari, you can use so many things to make gari. I've seen where they use cauliflower powder, and I've seen where they use cabbage as well, and I've seen where they use, I think, aubergine or another vegetable to make it. Now there's so many things out there that you can use to make keto gari. For me, I find this one very easy to make, and this one goes down well with me. I've tried the other ones, they're a bit of hard work. This is as easy as ABCD for me. Just put everything you need to do in the pot, chuck it in. It's just as if you're making your usual semo. Same. So this one works for me, and I prefer this one. So these two, when I combine them together, I have my fufu or my swallow, and I'm good to go with my gari. So guys, here it is. You're not missing out on any Nigerian food. Nothing at all. You've got your moi moi, you've got your custard, you've got your gari, you've got your rice, you've got your drinking gari, you've got your jollof rice, you've got your stir fry, everything that you usually have on a normal Nigerian diet, you've got them here. So you're not missing out on anything. And also, another thing as well, I've also used cabbage to make abacha. For those of you who are from the east of Nigeria, I use it to make abacha. It's not any different than the normal abacha. Yes, it's not as crunchy, but you still get the taste. You use all your usual ingredients for abacha, and then you just pour this in and stir it, and you've got your abacha. So, as I say, guys, you're not missing out on anything on a keto diet. You got everything that you want on a Nigerian diet in your keto diet, so you can still have them. So here it is, guys. If you've got any comments, if you've got any questions, as I said, I'll be rolling some photos as we go of the foods that I've made using this thing so you can see. And then I'll also make a cooking video of each of these things I've mentioned here so you can see how I prepare them. So if you've got any comments, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Put them in the comment section below this video, and I will answer them when I can. So please, guys, do not forget to continue to like, subscribe, and share my videos, and I'll see you shortly.